Actually, this theme is about resilience and adaptation. So we are looking at the overcoming of disruption means that we're trying to in finding our clients who, when the systems actually fails them. So when the clinics maybe closes, a support group can't meet, or a support chain is broken. So transforming the response is more on turning those challenges now into opportunities. It means embracing counseling, creating community-led drug distribution points, and training peer educators. It's about also building an AIDS response that is more graceful, more community-centered, and ultimately like more human. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, we've seen many disruptions over the past years, from pandemics to economic pressures. How have these challenges affected access to HIV services, treatments, and also counseling in the communities?
Yeah, the impact has actually been profound. For instance, like during the COVID-19 pandemic, many routine testing drives were on hold. People lost jobs, affecting individuals' health insurance. Cost of transport to clinic or even to medication itself became more of a heavy burden. So we saw a rise in missed opportunities and treatment interruption. Counseling were also moved online, which was a lifeline for some, but a barrier for those without a reliable internet or private space to talk. And also the economic pressure have pushed HIV like lower on the list of priorities for families struggling to put food on the table. Even though staying on treatment is crucial, because even the economic burden actually remains a critical aspect which continuously affects the clients to continue or to stay on treatment.
Now, social workers often serve as the first point of emotional and psychosocial support.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of the day-to-day struggles that people living with HIV confide in?
So, beyond the medical diagnosis, the emotional and social weight is massive or huge. Where we look at people's confide in health professionals about the deep-seated fear of disclosure now. The fear of being rejected by a partner or losing the family. Mostly they talk about now the loneliness and the isolation. The struggle is how to communicate now to a new partner about the whole diagnosis. And also this may also include the anxiety around taking medication every day, worrying about who might see them, and also and the constant now internal battle against self-stigma and shame. It's actually a 24/7 psychological journey. Individuals may find themselves in also a spiritual conflict of questioning, saying that maybe why has God decided maybe to punish them and sort of.
Now, stigma remains one of the biggest barriers. What forms of stigma are still most common, and how do they impact individuals seeking help?
Yeah, I think this is an important question, especially on the stigma part. And the most common stigma is family and community stigma, and also self-stigma. So when we are looking at the family stigma, is now more on the fear of being treated differently by your own support system, which actually supposed to be there for you, like in moments of such incident. So there is also self-stigma, where individuals may feel shame and blame themselves. This leads now to silence. People delay testing because they are afraid of maybe positive results and what it means for their lives. And also, they may not adhere to the treatment for fear of someone finding their medication. Stigma also keeps the it keeps the whole now virus like shadows and stops people from seeking the very help that can allow them actually to live long and have a healthy life.
Many young people still hesitate to get tested. What social or cultural factors make testing and treatment difficult for youth? And how can we change that as a society?
For young people, especially, for young people, the youth, the fear is quite different. There's a deep fear of judgment from parents and peers. In many communities, conversation about sex and sexual health are still a taboo to sort of. So a young person seeking an HIV test feels they are admitting to doing something wrong. So there's also a sense of it can happen to me, or I'm just or let's say just it can happen to me, or like sort of, or and also maybe to change this, individuals must be met where they are to normalize testing. Sorry, by integrating into general health services like routine checkup. We must also use like social media and peer-to-peer education to spread accurate information in the in the language. And also crucially, we must create youth-friendly spaces where they can access now the services confidentially, and also a space without any judgment attitudes or judgment behavior.
Mm. Talk to us on the role that mental health support play in helping people stay on treatment and live openly and also confidently with HIV.
Come again?
Talk to us on the role that mental health support play in helping people stay on treatment and live openly and also confidently with HIV.
Yeah, mental health support is not a separate part of HIV care. It is a foundation. So we cannot actually separate the health of the body from the health of the mind, right? So when someone is depressed, anxious, or traumatized by their diagnosis, so their ability to stay adherence to treatment sort of drops. So by providing counseling, support groups, and therapy, we help people process their diagnosis, build resilience, and develop a new positive identity. A person who is mentally and emotionally well empowered, they are more likely to take their medication constantly, attend to their appointments, and ultimately live not just with HIV, but live fully and confidently.
And just finally, what message would you like to share with the public on World AIDS Day 2025, especially for those living with HIV or those afraid to come forward for testing?
Yeah, so finally, my message is one of solidarity and hope. Finding about one's actually health status doesn't mean that you are alone within the diagnosis. Your life is actually precious and full of potential, and also maybe AIDS or HIV is it's a medical condition, and it doesn't define an individual, because at the end of the day, the individuals are unique on their own as a working part within their support system. So there is a whole community and network of support ready to stand out for all the individuals. Maybe just to encourage maybe the communities to actually reach out to the health services.